Welcome back, everybody. I'm Brad.
I'm Steve.
So today we have a beer made by Steve, and no, it's not Maris Otter. Obviously, we think we've learned our lesson from using Maris Otter in these SMaSH beers. This is part of our small brewing series, SMaSH.
Yeah.
So this is Calypso and Great Western 2-row malt.
Yep.
Now, I did make something with that Great Western, or was that a brand new bag?
It was a brand new. No, I think it was.
Yeah, I think I made something with 2 pounds of it.
Yep.
But after 40 videos in this series, you're gonna have to go back and look. So, this used 2 pounds, 12 ounces.
Yeah, it followed that recipe to a T that we've been doing.
The
original.
The original. Okay, so 2 pounds, 12 ounces of grain.
Yep.
Then hops at 30, 10.
0.32, yep.
At 30.
Yep.
0.29.
Yep.
At
15,
5.
15 or 5, yes. And then
5, then
the rest.
0.32 at dry hop.
Dry hop.
Sorry, this is... yeah,
it's been a hot minute.
Okay.
This did come in at 5.2%, so...
1 carb tab?
Yep, 1 carb tab. You wouldn't think it, but yeah. And it, I've already had one of these.
Yeah.
And this is a little older than we wanted, because I think this one's probably at least... 2 months old.
2 months old?
Mm-hmm.
Which is fine, because we also want to see what happens when they age. Like we found out with the Maris Otter, that it's not good. So if you don't see one for a couple months, okay, well, it's aging. But did you try this at a month?
Yes.
And was this like this?
Yeah. They had a lot
Really?
of it, yeah. Yep. So it was kind of interesting to me. I don't know why. I don't know if I just got like carb. I don't know what the tolerances are on those carb tabs, honestly. So I don't know how it's so.
But we've never had a beer like this. Usually it's a tiny bit or it's nothing.
Yeah, I know. And that's why I was surprised. I was like, what is going on? Because we've been kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum. And the foam just kind of stays. And you can see with the bubbles, I mean, it's just going. It's like you poured a Bud Light from this high to fill it. So, yeah, it's a little interesting. So I don't know. And honestly, it's not the car right over here that got it shook up or anything. Cause,
well, no, because we wouldn't have bubbles this long.
No. So,
that's weird.
Yeah, so it's been like that the whole time.
And you used the carbonation tablets from the Mr. Beer?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Actually, no, I'm sorry. Those, because I ran out on my last batch, so I went and bought the
Coopers. Okay. And I've used 2 bags of Coopers. So, I wonder, the only thing I can think of, which, who knows, is that because we're using the Mr. Beer kits and the faucets on the side, and it's not like we're turning it back or turning it forward to try and get that yeast in one clump. Maybe the yeast wasn't done and yeast got into every single bottle.
I don't know. It's been kind of crazy.
Okay. Well, we do have a nice white fluffy head.
Yes.
Color. I think the color's weird.
Yeah, it's like Mountain Dew-ish yellow. It's very clear. Very clear.
There is some settlement in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, more chill haze than anything.
Yep.
Lots and lots of bubbles.
You'll be burping off
If you tone down Cherry 7-Up, that's kind of what that color looks like. Almost like a lemonade Cherry 7-Up mix.
Yeah.
That's weird. Okay, smell. I can't remember what Calypso is supposed to smell like.
I know,
but it's more herbal. Herbal, citrus with a touch of pine.
Yeah, more more of that herbal and citrus, though.
But it smells good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it does.
Now, I gave you a pack of Calypso, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was the other one that I got out of the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was out of your big one.
Okay. Taste? No, it was out of... the big one was the J one.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Been too long.
Jasper.
Gesture.
That's right.
That's good.
Yeah. It's very light. It's not...
Overcarved.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
It's not strong in any one flavor.
Almost like a light biscuit, citrus, lemongrass is kind of what I get.
Yeah, and it's weird because when I first drink it, I think it's gonna dry me out more than it does, and then it doesn't. So yeah, it's drinkable. I mean, I guess you could almost pass it off as a Pilsner.
Yeah.
And not really a hopped SMaSH beer, but...
Well, we would also have to go back and look at what the alpha acids on there was to see where the ABV level is. Because my guess is it's a pale ale.
Yeah. I mean, it's light. It's lighter than I'm used to.
Which is... It's weird, but it's not. Because I think when we first started with the 2 pounds, 12 ounces of grain...
You were getting high alcohol.
But that I believe it was supposed to be like a 5.2, 5.3% ABV beer.
Where this came in.
So this is the body you would get. Now, in doing a lot of the other ones, what I've noticed, did you do this by propane or on your sink or on your stove?
I did this one on the stove.
Did you put it in the oven for the mash in?
No, I kept heat on it and just kept stirring. Slightly.
Because what I've noticed with my earlier beers was my mash in temp was low.
Oh.
And that's what was producing that light body but driving the ABV up because you're producing more sugars. You're extracting more sugars at a low mash in, so it's spiking the ABV and giving you a lighter body.
Yeah, with the oven... I mean, I thought about doing that, but I don't know. It just seemed like a pain to remove racks and drop that.
Oh, I just dropped my bottom rack down, set it warm on 170 for half the time, so half an hour. I shut it off, and usually I hit 152, 154.
Yeah, I just babied it.
But, yeah, it tastes good. I think it tastes like it should, as long as... Calypso is supposed to be kind of herbal, lemongrass, citrus with a little bit of bitterness, pininess. I think the breadiness is from that Great Western malt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it does have a little more of that biscuit flavor.
Mm-hmm.
So if I were to change this, I might go a different hop, honestly, on this.
Yeah.
I would go something more tropical. And then I might try and... add a little more body to it, not much, but it's just because I like Maris Otter.
Well, I think if you were, I think I would add body too, but I think what I would have to do is bump back the Great Western malt and add like a Maris Otter or a regular 2-row, something like that. Because I think if you leave it there and you're getting a 5.3% beer and you add Maris Otter, Vienna, something over the top of it, you're going to drive that ABV up even more.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
I would drink it. Well, I will.
Now, has the taste changed because you said no?
Surprising. I was thinking the hops, because... Well, and that was my concern, was when I first tried it a month ago, I was like, uh-oh. Like, that hop is lighter than I expected. So then I was concerned that maybe over time I'm going to lose anything.
Right.
And it's just going to be bready. But so far it's been light and hasn't really lost anything yet. Now, that's not to say 2-3 months from now.
Yeah, it's not gonna. Sorry, these are all the beers that I brewed, so I was trying to find the Calypso to see what the alpha acid, because if it is a little higher, it would make sense we're not getting any change as of right this second.
I didn't think it was super high, though.
I didn't either.
I want to say it's like 8, 9.
Okay.
If that.
14.9.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
14.9.
I would expect it to be more bitter then.
Yeah. So would I. But with that high of an alpha acid, it should last longer. You might get some of that breadiness, toasted biscuit to come out a little bit more, but those hops should be able to go through them.
You would think.
I would think. But at this point, I almost don't know anything with everything that keeps switching.
I know. It's like you try one thing, you're like, okay, this is what it should do, and then it turns out completely different.
Yeah.
You're like, what is going on?
No, I think this is a good one if you want to make it. The 2 pounds, 12 ounces of grain, 0.32 ounces at 30 minutes, 0.39 ounces at 30 minutes, 0.29 at 5 minutes, 0.32 ounces 3 days into dry hop, US-05 yeast, just to try it. I wouldn't brew it again, but if I had this and had the extra bottles, I would be drinking it.
Yeah, it's not a bad beer.
No.
And, it's a light enough beer you could probably give it to people that don't
Right.
like hoppy beers.
My only question is, are you going to have bottle bombs? Because that
not.
carbonation is...
Yeah, well, I mean, I haven't had a gusher yet. So, I mean, you can tell when you open it, though, it sits right
does.
here, and it has a lot going to it. So if you sat there for a minute, I mean, you definitely want to get it in a glass. Yeah. But it's not like I pop it and I'm like, oh, where's the sink?
Yeah. So, yeah, definitely one to try if you're new to home brewing. A simple SMaSH like this, I think this one worked. You can't say it didn't. So if you like this video, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you know when new videos are coming out. And until next time, I'm Brad.
I'm Steve.
Happy brewing.
See you next time.